the winter months, it's much more difficult to get our dogs out for those walks and exercise that they so desperately need. It gets dark out so much earlier, it's raining, it's windy, it's cold. So I'm going to give you some ideas of things that you can do to keep your dog engaged and from getting bored in the house where it's nice and warm and dry. So if our dogs get bored, they tend to get into bad behaviors, such as chewing on the carpet, grabbing your shoes, your socks, things that you don't want them to do. And I get it, they're bored. So here are some ideas for you that you can play and train with your dog. So the first one I'm going to show you is going through doorways. So this is one of the exercises that we teach at classes, and this is my doorway, and you can practice at home having your dog sit and wait while you go through the doorway, and then you invite your dog through. And do it going the other way as well. So quite often dogs like to charge through doorways, and this is a great time to be able to practice it so you have them sit and wait patiently. So if you have a stool or a garbage pail or something that your dog can go around, we can teach your dog a wrap. And it's lots of fun. Grab. Yes. Grab. Yes. Grab. Front. Good girl. What you're going to do is just have your dog on this side and you bring your hand around here. You can be holding onto the collar. And then you're going to let your dog go and then bring him around like this so that he learns how to wrap the cone. Now the progression for this is first you hold your dog back and you get him to lure around like this. And then this is where you can also work on your sit stay. You can have your dog sit and wait, and you can then put a word to this, such as wrap, go wrap, whatever you want to use. And then you're going to have your dog wait, do the same thing, and then as you progress, your hand will be here, and then it will be here, and each time we want to see the dog go around like this until we can get out to further away. We do this in very slow increments and on success. So if the dog is successful here, then we go to here until we can work our way back. We can rev the dog up, ready, 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 go wrap, and send them. They go around the cone. You can throw the cookie, or you could have the dog wrap and come into front position, or you could have the dog wrap and say sit and see if they can learn to sit in motion. This is a great training exercise where you can build on your skills. So if you have a broom around and something you could rest one side on and the other side, what you can do is make a little jump for your dog. Dogs love to jump. And you can practice your sit wait on that side and then call your dog over the jump. They can come into front, give them a treat, and then you can go the other way. So again, you're still obedience training, but you're adding in a skill that makes it really, really fun. So it will definitely strengthen your sit stay. Now, if you have a chair at home, a coffee table, something that you can teach your dog to crawl under, this game is especially good for adding in fitness to your dog, especially his core, his shoulders, his back legs, because they're going to have to use all those muscles to be able to crawl under. You could do this with two family members. Somebody could hold the dog while you come around and you lure him through the chair. If you have something that is just, simple like this, it doesn't create too much crawling, then you could progress up to a longer coffee table and having your dog come through. Now, those of you that have done classes and have done the tunnel, the dogs have been used to crawling through the tunnel, they would probably love something like this. And you could link a couple of chairs together. Now, Now, if you need to do it by yourself, again, this is where you're going to work on your sit stay. Put your dog on that side and call him through. So great exercise for your dog to be able to do. The other thing you can work on is wait for your meal. And this is really great for impulse control because we need to have the dog to be able to internalize and not get too excited and be jumping around. So this one is going to probably encourage the jumping because it's their meal and they're super excited about it. So we're going to do it where we've got the dog, just in this area. And as we bring the meal down, as the dog comes forward to try to get to it, you just raise the meal up and then you try again. And eventually your dog is going to understand that every single time you come lower and lower and they try to go for the meal, you bring it back up and they don't get anything. It's an it's your choice game. It's like if you stay and wait, you're gonna get the meal. But if you try to push and try to grab your meal, then it's not gonna happen. Because I don't want to be implementing words such as wait, stay, no, okay? This is let the dog make the decision not to come forward for it, and amazingly, they do. So give this a try, and then you can implement this game every single time you feed your dog. So as I bring my dish down and the dog is not coming forward, then I will eventually get it to the ground and they still need to wait. And if they come forward, I pick it up again quickly. Once I get it to this stage and just stand up, then I can tell my dog to get it. So want to make it real clear. Okay, get it. So that they know they are now released to get their meal. When you go to feed your dog his meal now and he knows the game, just put him in a sit, okay? And you can just say sit, wait, and put the meal down like this and stand up. And then I like to wait until my dog looks back up at me, gives me eye contact, and then I say, yes, okay, get it, and I let them have their meal. So it's a great game to build impulse control. It's great for obedience training and having your dog have to think. Now in the winter, and with Christmas coming, we're going to be getting probably lots of deliveries from Amazon or presents that might have come in boxes. So think about saving a box or two, size appropriate for your dog. And a really fun game to play is putting an open box down and letting your dog, kind of have a look at it. And as they move towards it, you can mark it. So we've taught marker training in our classes. Mark it, yes, and give the dog a treat, but drop it in the box. And then you will find that your dog will start to offer more behavior, such as putting a paw in the box. If they do, mark it, yes, and drop the treat into the box. And eventually, you'll probably find that you'll have 2 feet in, and then the dog will actually go in with all 4. Your dog might sit in the box, they might lay down in the box, they might want to roll the box. All these things are absolutely fine. It's just what we're doing is getting them to use their creative skills and do different things with the box. So have fun keeping your dog's mind engaged, getting in a little bit of fitness training, and keeping up on your obedience training at the same time.